Men don't want to be me and women don't want to be with me.
Oh, if I had a nickel for all the men and women that don't want anything to do with me.
Oh my God. We've all had things in asses or put things in asses. It's like having a cake without the icing.
Well, then what the fuck is that?
Bread. It's a little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit. I can make you live forever. All you gotta do is dapper dads until you die. Yeah.
All right, I asked for weird and you delivered. Welcome, folks. Episode.
Dad's talking shit, talk a whole lot of shit. Need to stop talking shit and give us more.
I like what's that Drake song where he's like, I roll up, got the bands on me. It's a good night to dance on me. I think it's off What a Time to Be Alive. But I like to say, I roll up, got the dads with me. It's a good night to dance with me. So yeah, folks, say that.
I feel like we need to do more dad edits into songs like that would work out better.
Yeah.
Especially more Brockhampton dad edits.
I think anything in general.
Yeah, more Future with some dad edits.
Yeah, specifically.
Because he
is a dad. A Young Thug dad edits? Because he's like a dad
when dad's recorded in the bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, we can't just force it on anything. But Young Thug is a dad to like 7 children, so.
Is he really?
Yeah, right? Because he's, what's he saying that one song? He's like, I'm not gay, I got 7 kids. And I'm like, that is a
solid statement.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
I heard a tall tale from a friend today. I was working on a hustle with that he knew a man that when he was 81 had a child.
See?
Back where he's from. Said he was 81 and had, I think it was 17 children altogether.
That's not bad. 81 divided by 17?
Yeah.
You know our math is... You heard the last episode.
Yeah, the last episode we did some crazy math on a Saturday morning. That was uncalled for.
Now we're on a Wednesday.
This is the first Dapper Dad's Hump Day experience that I think we promised weird new things in season 2, and they are coming at you loud and fast like a 20-point pimp slap, friends, let me tell you.
Yeah, Wednesday's just a weird day in general. Is it the worst day of the week?
Honestly, I don't mind Wednesdays. I like Wednesdays.
I just feel
Tuesday's the worst day of the week.
Yeah, Tuesday is
because Monday. You want to say Monday is the worst day of the week,
but it's really not.
It's really Monday's just kind of like Monday to me feels like a solid day. It's like, okay, this is the first day where everything's back in order. This is the start of the week. Tuesday is like that. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, I hate everything.
What the fuck? Because, if it's your payday week, you're still so far from payday that you can't, go out and do anything.
Yeah.
So to me, Tuesdays are... Have you ever had a good Tuesday?
Probably not.
I'm trying to think of a good Tuesday I've ever had. I can never specifically think of, a great Tuesday. Even if my birthday was on a Tuesday, I can't say I've ever had a good Tuesday.
Yeah, my birthday's on a Wednesday.
Man, your birthday's coming up quick.
Yeah, it's 1 week from right now as recording.
Yeah,
But when you guys hear it, you fucking missed it, and I bet no one told me happy birthday. So you know what? Fuck you guys.
Oh, if you think you're not going to get, a Snapchat at midnight, a text at midnight.
I know from you. I mean from our loyal fan base. They should know.
Big gay
Facebook
have
pictures
post.
of me on
it's
the
going to be
wall.
wonderful.
Yeah, I always think about...
And this man taught me how to love again.
No, I hope it's like that.
Oh, it's going to be mushy as shit.
I always think about taking my birthday off Facebook because you know how, everybody gets real fake and wishes you a happy birthday.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to you since I was 12.
And, it's nice to be told happy birthday.
But it's, bullshit.
Yeah, it's social media. It
I haven't spoken
anything.
to you in the longest time.
You know what makes me feel great? Because, I don't really give a shit about my birthday. I'll work on my birthday. Yeah. It's not a big deal, As you get older, it just matters less, you know? But if someone just comes up to me and they're like, hey man, heard it was your birthday, happy birthday, man, gives me a dap, gives me a hug, it's that's more than I need on my birthday. I don't need all this. I don't need fake people showing fake love to me on my profile.
See, that's what that song's about.
Do it straight up to my face.
Yeah, straight up to my face.
Straight up to my face.
But if you think I'm not gonna listen to that new Drake song, that's it's your motherfucking birthday. That ratchet happy birthday.
Oh God,
I'm bang the fuck out of
that. Oh yeah, the Snapchat is gonna be me running around half naked in my neighborhood screaming that with probably something on fire or sparklers.
I mean, I'll take either.
It'll be a surprise. Maybe I'll be covered in ants. Who knows?
My birthday wish came true.
It's actually, instead of me
42 years of blowing out candles.
It's me sending you snaps in a Blair Witch style, spotlight on my face. I'm like, I stepped on an ant hill as I was doing the first snap. And now they've made me their home.
Fucking hate ants. Ants can go die. When's the last time an ant did something nice for you?
I don't think ants do nice things for you. I think ants just exist.
They're all over my life.
The idea of cosmicism is that whatever greater beings are greater than us view us the way we view ants.
And they probably want us all to die, and that's fine.
No, it's not that they want us to die. It's just that if we die, it don't matter. Like things that we do don't matter.
It doesn't. Nothing matters.
Do you think
do we want to do this?
Do you think life really? Do you think there's like really no meaning in life? Do you think like we're really just born to die?
You don't do enough. Yeah. Of course you're born to die. You're born and then you die.
You don't believe in an afterlife or anything? You don't think we go anywhere?
I don't know anymore. I would like to for the comfort of my sanity from time to time, but I don't know if that's fully true. I also kind of feel like it's all a simulation because it just gets too weird too
for
often.
us sometimes. I think we're too self-aware of it, and that's what happens. It gets highly suspiciously weird. It's like Gattaca if Gattaca was real.
Yeah, there's so much shit that happens that I'm just like, there's no fucking way.
Simulation of a simulation.
But yeah, wouldn't
inside
it be
a deep
crazy
fried
if we
simulation.
died and then it was just nothing, just a bunch of nothing, some hot, piping hot nothing?
How are you gonna know unless you die?
Yeah, no. Well, we're all getting there. We're all inching towards death slowly. Welcome to season 2. We said it would get dark and weird, and I think we're checking off all of the boxes. This is episode 54. None of the numbers matter anymore.
Brought to you by absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Except our sheer will to be fucking alive.
Nothing. A moment of silence for our sponsor. Yes,
yes, our wonderful sponsor. Thank you so much for sponsoring us, The Void.
Yes. 54. The numbers just completely lost all meaning after 52.
Yeah, it's kind of like
what's the next one? 100 was the big one.
I forgot how to count after high school. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, when do you have to count?
Yeah, ever.
I have a calculator on my phone.
I have street signs with numbers on them everywhere to count for me.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
adding them all together throughout your entire life. To get the sum
if you take the cross of 12th and 24th, you get
if you take the cross,
17th.
Mm-hmm. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you're looking to do some math, go to www.thedapperdads.com.
Some fast math.
Count all of the things on there and then tell us what they are. And if you're right, you'll win a prize. Spoiler alert, you could never be right. That's just another fun game we're playing for you to fully show you that nothing matters.
Truly.
Also email us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. We're looking for whatever the fuck you feel like sending.
In the past we've requested soapy breasts.
Yes, we don't have to say the things every episode.
I like to.
New listeners, welcome. I'm sure you're staying in after that.
After that lengthy, weird intro.
Nothing happening when we die. Tell us what you think happens when you die by calling or texting 4027-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Also tell us your secrets. We
love secrets.
We're doing that weird thing where we record before the last episode comes out, so we don't know if you have told us your secrets, but just keep telling us your secrets. Get it off your chest. Lighten your load. Make yourself feel a little better. Yeah, you'll be okay. We won't make you feel too bad.
If every secret we get involves hurting something, I don't know what I'm going to think about it. It either means that our fan base is violent people that are hiding a lot of urges, or that man is truly dark and that life is meaningless.
Yeah, I feel like it's the latter and the first two, because our fan base is crazy.
A lot like us.
Yeah, which is unsettling.
Never been the same since I wandered into that spooky old 17th century boathouse and found the man reading that book.
Yeah, never been the same since that man walked in on me wiping my ass at that rest stop somewhere in Wisconsin.
Walked in on someone taking a shit at work this week. That was a wonderful day.
How was it looking?
It was definitely one of those things where like I have way too much politeness, and I like open and they were like sorry, and like they tucked and like they I didn't see anything.
You got to throw it away.
They were good, and I turned and I was like, it's cool, bud, and just like shut the door for them.
And now they're gonna think about that forever when they're trying to fall asleep.
Man,
it's cool, bud.
It's cool, bud.
Or they're just going to keep sitting there and waiting. It's like
I just don't get how you don't know how to lock a door.
I mean, it'll get you. Like I said, I got
like a month ago. We talked about it on the show.
I know you can't fucking.
But it was
your work bathroom is like a whole separate podcast.
But it was like
you spend too much time in your work bathroom. And when I worked where you worked, I was written up for spending too much time in the bathroom. So I will be
something tells me you probably went back in there and
trying
trying to smoke cigarettes in the bathroom.
I was not trying to smoke cigarettes in the bathroom.
You were trying to smoke cigarettes while you were pushing carts. I know that.
I did that, and I don't think anything's wrong with that. No one told me what to do. No one showed me how to get carts. They just said we need someone to do it, and I said, well, I'll figure this out while I listen to whatever topical rap at that era in my life and smoke.
Peace up, A-Town down. Boom.
I wish.
How great would that be? Pushing cars 3-6, nah, damn real.
Give it to me one more
Well,
time.
damn.
Get low. It's just me
Get low.
twerking in the parking lot.
Before the twerk was a thing.
Pusher is just, I mean, twerking's always been a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Just put
shaking
a
your ass
label
has
on
never
it.
been out of style.
No, and it never should be until we get too PC. No one shake their ass anymore. I feel like this is what you do. That
You
job.
don't want to know what I do at my job all day.
I don't.
It is,
Well,
it
I'm
is criminal,
curious
the
of-
things I get away with.
You know, your actual working.
My actual working, I actually carry quite a bit of authority.
Yeah, you tend to harp on that, but I think it's completely misguided.
People listen to me.
That doesn't mean anything. People listen to this.
That's my choice. They're being paid to. At my job, they have to listen.
So then they don't give a so it's not like you hold any real authority. They just don't want to lose their jobs because they have families and drug habits.
I love being that guy.
Yeah, you're nothing.
Nothing
is nothing.
Man, the other night when I was really fucked up when we were waiting to see Brockhampton, and you were like, "Look at you! You ruined everything! You horrible fuck! Everybody, look at him! He's a horrible fuck! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him!"
I don't remember that, but I like it.
Oh my god, yeah, it tripped me the fuck out.
Yeah, that's probably why I was doing it.
Yeah,
because I know it's a trigger.
Yeah,
it's a weird trigger for you to be so upset about being scolded in public.
Yeah, in a huge crowded room full of people. Who would have thunk it? Joke's on you, dumbass. I love apologizing.
Oh, yeah, I think I do remember that now. It's because you're so tall that everybody instinctually hates you when they have to try to look at something in front of you. So then it's easy to get people to turn. You're like Frankenstein, we just need the torches and the pitchforks.
Men don't want to be me, and women don't want to be with me.
Oh, if I had a nickel for all the men and women that don't want anything to do with you.
Oh, my God.
We would have a bigger fan base.
We would have a basement full of nickels.
Ah, yes, and we could dive in it like Scrooge McDuck.
You know he's only worth $64 billion?
What a piece of shit.
Jeff Bezos is worth like $141 billion.
Is Jeff Bezos the new
Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, I always forget which duck it is. There's too many ducks.
McDucks?
Am I right?
There's only one McDuck. It's Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, but then there's Donald, regular duck.
Little Huey, Dewey, Louie in my life.
Yeah, there's the whole cast of Mambo Number 5.
Yeah, that was... I can't believe you never heard that before. That was fucked up.
I don't think I'm the weird one in this situation.
Text 4027 Dapper if you've ever heard Lou Bega's Disney version of Mambo Number 5. I myself remember it as a child as a bonus on the end of the VHS copy of the Disney movie.
So you were a child. I was 23 when that came out.
How old are you?
It varies depending on the day, but it's
between
there.
27 and 56.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's a jewel.
Sometimes I'm 16 though too. When it comes down to the law,
Yeah.
Johnny Law asks for me. I'm 16. I'll go back to juvie. I've been there before. I'm
just
scared
picturing
to
you
go
in a
back.
juvenile jumpsuit in prison.
Probably fits. People think I'm young anyway.
You would get so fucked up in juvenile. They would hurt you. The kids
because
would
they have
hurt
nothing
you.
to lose.
Yeah, they got nothing. You
They are
got everything to
monsters.
lose. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah, they are monsters.
Scared straight? They don't do that show anymore.
Teenage kids are the scariest people.
Oh yeah, because they don't. The kids were laughing us at that show. They're terrifying monsters.
Yeah, and they just when they laugh at you, and then they're like, "I could beat the shit out of you," and you know you're
And you
not
believe
supposed to,
Yeah.
and you know that they probably could because they, play football and are way more active than you.
Oh yeah.
So you got to beat the shit out of their dad in front of them.
Yeah,
and then
that's
he'll
always...
beat the shit out of them.
No, what you
legally.
got to do is you got to go to their house pretending to be a cop, and then as the cop, you have their dad come outside, and then you beat the shit out of their dad on the front lawn in front of them, and then point them right in the face and say, "Fuck up at a Brockhampton show again, and I will come back here, and I will kill your dad and fuck your mom."
See, that's basically what I was saying. You just want to impersonate a cop, which I'm all for. Any small misdemeanor or general crime.
New Dapper Dad's challenge poses a cop.
Pop a quick cop impersonation on top of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shoplifting, pose as a cop. Speeding, pose as a cop. Murder, pose as a cop.
Don't know if allegedly. Can't stand behind that one.
I can't stand behind it, but cops murder people every day, and no one seems to give a shit.
Yeah, people see it's almost like if you want to murder people, you just try to be a cop, and then you do it, and then you get away with it.
And it's pretty easy to be a cop.
It's so easy to be a cop.
Have you met some of these cops?
Turns out you just have to have a GED.
Yeah, they literally. But didn't they hold that thing out here where they were like, "Come be a cop," and no one showed up, which I respected.
I respect the hell out of that.
And they were like, "Yeah, you don't really got to do shit. You can basically just come be a cop. We need cops bad." It's weird. Yeah. No one wants to be a cop anymore,
Odd,
except the racist kids you went to high school with.
Yeah.
What a completely unflawed system. This is the episode because we got to talk about it. They took Alex Jones' YouTube channel.
Oh my God, yeah.
We took Alex Jones' YouTube
This was
channel.
definitely because of us. I don't want to toot my own horn, but if it wasn't for the Dapper Dads, Alex Jones would probably still be on the internet.
Isn't it weird to just think of calling him Alex? That's like a kid's name, like a cool kid. And he's a weird old
When
man.
I was in a band in high school, my guitar player's name was Alex.
Was he a cool kid?
He was.
See? It always works.
Alex, as far as I know, he is still cool as fuck.
Probably. But
this Alex Jones.
Because just being like Alex, you're a grown man screaming nonstop.
Imagine the girl fucking him and going, "Oh, Alex."
I mean, I don't know if I've ever had a girl have sex with me and say my name.
I have.
And
it makes
she
you
said
feel
slim. That dick real slim.
I would.
I have heard that.
I don't want to say I'd pay money to have a woman say slim during sex with me, but if it happened, I definitely wouldn't complain.
Ooh, I think it would really soil everything.
It would make me feel
and
like
by soil I mean I would pee inside of her.
It wouldn't. You said it with so much conviction. I wholeheartedly believe you.
I mean,
I
am under the constraints of peeing in a woman.
It would definitely make the sex feel very hollow if a woman called me slim during. But
do you know any different? At this
that's
point?
what I'm saying. It would just turn me into more of a monster. Like it would just solidify everything.
Finally, we figured out how to make you more of a horrible fuck.
Yeah, make me more of a horrible fuck by calling me slim during sex.
All right, you heard it, men. Reach out to
Now, it was a
402-7
horrible
Dapper.
fuck. You can't just have 2 pieces of Frank Ocean art on your body and assume all your friends are gay.
I didn't ever make an assumption like that. Anyway, yeah. If someone called me drama while we were in the throes of some sweet love making,
Of knowing each other biblically.
No, it's not biblical what I do.
Oh, mine is.
That much. Well, besides the slaughtering.
I say mine's more Sodom and Gomorrah, but it sure is biblical.
Yeah. Some sweet sodomy.
Like a bad movie. Damn right I'll play bowling for soup. I can't even finish that sentence. I don't even think I can say that.
Why should we reach out to bowling for soup?
I was going to say I'll definitely play bowling for soup while doing anal with a girl, but I don't know if that's their
I wish
demographic.
You wouldn't have said it. I mean, at this point, we've all grown up, so...
Yeah, we've all grown up. We've all had things in asses or put things in asses.
We've all had things in asses.
We have put things in asses or have had things in our asses. I've never had anything in my ass.
I don't know.
But I'm talking about people listening to the show. They've either had something...
call 402-7 Dapper if you've ever had anything in your ass besides shit.
Besides shit, whether it be a gerbil. I want to know who Richard Greered themselves.
What did he do?
He put a gerbil in his ass.
I think a lot of people put gerbils in their ass.
Have you?
No.
Me neither.
I don't know if I've ever been around a gerbil long enough to get to know him and see where the night might take
wine
us.
and dine him a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit because he's small.
So,
like a little tiny.
Give him a little wine and dine, then a little fucking chuck.
I don't like that.
That's all I hand out these days is a little fucking chuck.
What's the chucking per se? Are you puking? Right?
It's me throwing them out. Like
no, I'd prefer puking.
Chuck.
Puke on a woman.
Ugh.
Puke on your partner. 2018.
That's not
another Dapper.
That's not
challenge.
the slim.
They're just going downhill.
The slim's where you come on $40 out a window.
We're bleeping some of that out, but just enough to make it very odd.
Like it's not odd all by itself?
I mean, it's just disrespectful and awful, like everything that comes out of your mouth. But we could make it weirder with the right
make sure there's
bleeps.
a nice strategic bleep in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it the most confusing thing that's ever come out of your big dumb mouth.
Oh, don't worry, folks. This year, and by this year I mean next year, on April Fool's Day, I will make sure to be doing the absolute dumbest thing anyone's ever done ever.
I don't like that. We have a brand to run, and it's
gonna involve ants.
Why is it always got to involve ants?
Because that's how ants work.
That they have to be involved? That's how they work?
Yeah.
That's what they signed up for?
You know how many ants are on Earth right now?
Not that many.
Gotta listen to ants.
What? What is going on with you?
I told you it's a Wednesday. I'm weird on Wednesdays.
Well,
that's why we don't do Wednesday shows. I got to mentally prepare myself for a Friday show.
I don't even talk to you on Wednesdays. I don't know what you're up to.
Yeah.
Talk to you every other day of the week, but not Wednesdays.
I've been doing a lot of weird shit today.
Yeah, I think that's just...
I've seen some things.
Yeah.
I drove a Mustang around.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Okay.
Damn near wrecked it.
I'm not surprised.
Do.
You really are up to no good on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Do you always have Wednesdays off?
No.
Okay.
Most of the time
you need some structure.
I'll say most of the time I'm working in the morning. They just happen to throw me a wild Wednesday. And yesterday my boss was even like, "You're off on a Wednesday?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it though."
Jesus. Does she or he know what you do on Wednesdays?
No, no one does.
No one does. Yeah,
No,
that's true.
No one's allowed to. I definitely slept for like 10 hours yesterday. I came home and passed out at like 5 o'clock at night, and I woke up at 2 in the morning and started my day today.
Oh my God. What a horrible decision.
It wasn't even a decision. I slept for 9 hours. You ever tried to sleep longer than that?
Yeah, you just got to try harder.
I tried so hard. I was just watching Simpsons laying there with my eyes closed, but then in my mind I kept seeing the Simpsons episodes because I've heard the audio and seen it many times.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep good to it. Yeah, I don't know. I've been fucking exhausted because of allergies, and I feel like it's finally going away. I feel like I've fucking...
Finally going to be up and coming for fall.
Yeah, and then the allergies come back pretty rough.
Yeah.
But the cool air will make everything worth it.
I can't
There's
wait
no
for
benefit
fall,
for summer allergies.
No.
It's fucking hot, and then I can't breathe, and I'm sneezing, and I'm tired.
Keep my house nice and cold just so I can walk around in a hoodie. It feels great.
Your cold is different than my cold.
My cold is great.
No, your cold is like 7. You told me your house is at 71, which is just...
I put it down to 68 the other day, and then I left it, and it's nice, but boy, is it cold.
No, that's just normal for me.
I
run hot.
I think your blood pressure is really high then.
Wouldn't be shocking. I've been yelling a lot. Speaking of yelling, so we took Alex Jones' YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
If someone could get in touch with him. Yes, little baby Alex, man. As we all constantly refer to him as.
Send little Alex a big bowl of chili with our condolences. Hopefully he'll remember our names afterwards.
He'll forget this whole thing ever
Man,
happened.
what I love is that he was taken down because of like hate speech and shit. Like
Yeah.
Someone on the internet finally went, "Hey, wait a minute. This guy's not just a meme. People are listening to him."
Yeah, it is dangerous. Did you see one of the fucking Kardashians or Jenners or whatever posted a picture on Twitter about chemtrails? And everyone's for it.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I'm like, I don't believe in that one.
Jenner, what was it? Kylie? What was it? Travis's girl?
No, I don't think it was. What's the other one? I get so lost in that family.
I don't give enough of a fuck to care about that family.
But then we run a show and we need to know.
Kendall?
Yeah, maybe it was that one.
Because there's Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Kylie's the one with Travis.
Yeah.
Damn, she's fine.
She is.
She is so fine.
She keeps getting finer.
And she had a baby and she got finer.
I know.
Did you see that picture of her in the Astro World shirt?
Yeah, I did.
Good God damn. It's like, what was God even doing when he did that?
That's an advertisement.
If we could get her to wear...
You couldn't even see the shirt.
If
I was like, I'll buy 10 right now.
Yeah, get her to wear a Dapper Dad shirt.
I try.
If I could get Kylie Jenner...
keep sending them to her.
Yeah, we keep sending them to the Jenners, but they just keep sending them back.
There's no return address, so I don't know what ether these shirts are all in.
I'm gonna do 10 whippets a day until Kylie Jenner wears a Dapper Dad shirt.
Someone reach out to her and let her know she's taking a life slowly in front of our eyes. Yeah, she's and Travis Scott looks like he is impaired a lot, and I don't mean like the fun impaired. I mean like the born impaired.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
He's slow.
Yeah,
like,
there's some pictures of him, and he just looks,
or he's just kind of like.
Yeah, he looks crazy.
I mean, he's not drinking that much lean because he doesn't have a lean body.
No.
He's not doing that many Zans because he doesn't have a Zan body.
No, I don't.
He's like in shape.
That's just him. Well, his shows are crazy. He's always having memes made of him because he's doing such crazy shit.
Doing Goosebumps 16 times in a row. Can you imagine? That had to be like a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Because he had to do the rest of his set, which is probably
Star
like 20
6
songs.
times in a row, which was a song it
was 7. We saw it 7.
Well, I missed,
technically 8, just 7 in a row.
I missed several.
Yeah, I got way
decision.
too close to the stage during the last couple.
Yeah, I made a solid decision to keep a little piece of my sanity. There's just not a lot of songs I want to hear that many times. You know what I mean?
I would definitely listen to 1997 Diana that many times.
Oh, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah,
I love
none of
that
the new
song.
songs come close to any of their old shit. I don't know what it is. They're good, but they're not like if those songs would have been like what they came out with initially, I don't think I would really have cared.
Really?
Yeah, they're fine, but they're not what they were.
Well, yeah, of course, because there's it's like having a
not
cake.
Even with that.
It's like having a cake without the icing.
Well, then what the fuck is that?
Bread.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
bread.
I go to your house and you're just eating cake without frosting in between. Well, with whatever the fuck you eat in between it, some fake shit that looks like real shit.
What?
You know, because you don't eat meat. I was going to say you have a ham sandwich in between a cake.
Why would I have fake ham on cake?
I hate you.
I hate myself.
I absolutely hate you. You can't even follow along with the bullshit that comes out of our mouths. Speaking of Lou Bega, we
were talking about Alex Jones.
Yeah, they're the same person. Have you not heard that
theory confirmed?
A little bit of Monica.
It's a little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit.
Yeah, that's the sponsor, Jewel, making us cough, and also gave me one of the gnarliest canker sores I've had in a long time. I think it's all Jewel related. Sometimes they make me shit too. It's a
little bit of Rita's all I need.
But yeah, Alex Jones, we have your YouTube channel. I don't know what else
you
to say.
You can't have it back, you dumb
you
fuck.
acted ridiculous when it got taken
you were irresponsible with your power, and now you got your things taken away.
We will only sit down to talk to you if you have your shirt off.
You big dumb idiot.
Big beautiful baby.
Does he still have his website then? Is he still doing his show then?
They can't take the website away. Those stickers have been on light poles for like 20 years.
InfoWars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually knew someone who told me that they grew up with their grandparents listening to InfoWars.
Yeah,
like on the
InfoWars
radio
has been around
kitchen.
For so long.
So how long has Alex Jones been around for?
I mean,
like the 20 of those years? Like, has he been doing it for that long?
I don't know, because it definitely, like, the first thing I ever read about 9/11 not being all it seems to be was from InfoWars. There used to be stickers everywhere. 9/11 was an inside job. InfoWars. And that's like so it's at least been over 15 years, 17 years, whatever the fuck
16.
it was. 16.
It was 2001.
Yeah, so 17 years.
Yeah.
Well, in like a month. If we want to get real fucking technical right here, like we love to
Wednesdays get weird.
Hey guys, listen to us pinpoint when 9/11 happened, but not in any
sort of context or anything.
Sense. Just how long it's actually been, which is pretty simple. 2001 plus 2018. Okay, so 4018.
Topical.
And then, but yeah, shout out Alex Jones, you stupid bitch, baby.
Stupid bitch, baby, get at us now. Oh, wait, you can't.
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Someone's going to fucking do something to us.
Fuck them.
Yeah, you can't stop us.
Kiss my ass if you like Alex Jones.
I love Alex Jones.
You can kiss my ass then.
I have, and I will.
Do some more of it. Get right up in there.
No, because you make it weird.
Only
I don't know why I
because
can't
you
just kiss your ass
weird.
like a normal man.
Because you're not a normal man. And I, quite frankly, will not accept a normal man's ass kissing out of your not normal man's mouth.
But yeah, Lou Bega and fucking Alex Jones are the same person. That's my new conspiracy theory. Please take it to the internet.
As well, and they're recording their album in the Denver airport.
Of course. Was there not a festival? Am I making this up, or was it a rumor where like they're gonna have a bunch of one-hit wonders and they were all gonna play their song? And then, did you ever hear about that?
Mm-mm.
I remember hearing about a festival and it was just gonna be like everyone plays the one song. So like all the one-hit wonders that never did anything would play their song. So it would just be like boom, boom.
I feel like the only way that festival would work is if it was all backing tracks. Like you couldn't have a separate band for each person, or you would have to have like the same band.
Or just general instruments and like you're not setting up and tearing down for one song. The intermissions are just ridiculous.
I picture like a sound set festival level thing for one hit wonders just all day.
Or they just have like 6 stages and you just keep like moving over.
I was saying, how do you decide which one hit wonders you want to go with?
I mean, what's the best one hit wonder to you?
Are we talking like of all time?
Sure.
That's so hard to pinpoint.
Or just throw a couple out there. What's the one? Was it New Radicals? And the guy was in the mall. He was bald in the music video. I never remember the song, but I'm pretty sure it was by New Radicals. It was in the mid-90s. This is... I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
I'm going to pop a Google because I'm pretty sure it's
real good one hit one. Was that one song by Five for Fighting?
That's what this is all going to be.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking Kryptonite. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Kryptonite's the one where it's like, if I went crazy, then will you still call me Superman?
But who did that?
I don't even know who did that one. The one I'm talking about is the Five for Fighting song where it's like, 50 years. You know?
I vaguely know. Like this is called...
I'm going to find it.
This is called You Get What You Give. I don't think it's helping, but I vividly remember that one. It's probably because it's the only one-hit wonder that I'm like, I remember the band and not the name of the song. Yeah. Usually it's the opposite. I don't know. There's a lot out there.
There was like just a playlist I started following of like 2000 smash hits. Okay, it's called Superman It's Not Easy by Five. This one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can't play too
Yeah,
much.
can't play too much.
Because all those YouTube's gonna come fuck us if we play too much music.
Then it'll just be us and Alex Jones
God.
on an on-ramp yelling at cars.
I mean, we're doing that regardless.
We would probably get more people than him.
You think so?
Because he'd be like, really abrasive right off the bat, and then they'd speed up and we'd be like,
hi, do you stand up or sit down?
Yeah. And then they
Care for a whippet?
They still speed off. And
Care for a whippet before driving off on the highway?
We become best friends with Alex Jones.
He's on the opposite ramp, like screaming at us all day, and we're looking at him with binoculars, like, what's he saying?
Yeah, he's shirtless.
He's got a big sign that says "Fuck the Dapper Dads." We're like, hey now.
He's got a big bowl of chili.
I got a megaphone. I'm like, Alex, your signs are too spicy.
What do you think he's gonna do? You think he'll get another YouTube channel?
No, because I mean, I feel like he's just gonna keep be taken down if that's the case, because like it's a lifetime ban, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, your channel's gone. I don't know if they can ban you.
I mean, he'll probably make another. Okay, so there's one of two possibilities here: either YouTube bans all of his channels, and every time he tries to make another one with a new Gmail address, they gotta find him and shut it down, because he'll go on his fucking radio show and be like, "Here's my new YouTube channel, go like it," and then everybody's gonna start liking it, and then it'll get shut down. So it's either gonna have to be like a super pirate radio thing, or he's banned for life.
I like that. I'm very interested. I saw a super cut of him screaming for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole thing, and
it's nerve-wracking. You clench your teeth by the end of it.
I clench something. You know what I mean?
You're always clenching something.
Yeah, you got to keep it firm.
Be it your dick or your ass, you're always clenching something.
I usually clench my dick in my ass. Not like inside of my anus, but just in between the cheeks.
You like to do a real tuck?
Just in case. Just in case, man.
I feel you.
Just in case.
Nothing wrong with being tucked and prepared, I reckon.
Yeah. I also, the back of my body is tattooed, the front of my body on it, just in case.
My face is tattooed on my face, but slightly to the left.
I've noticed it's very sloppy and stroke-like.
Yeah.
Did you hear about how the CDC is telling people to not reuse condoms?
Which is upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Because I felt that was common sense. Because let me tell you, the second I finish in a condom, I cannot wait to get that bitch off and in the trash. And I have absolutely no recourse in thinking that I should go grab it out of the trash and touch it again.
Well, yeah, once you put it in the trash, I hope that's not what's happening. I picture people laying them gently on, like, the nightstand. Well, you got to rinse them out, I'd assume.
I'm probably rinsing them out and, like, hanging them, like, on a towel rack or something.
Yeah, outside. And
with a clothespin?
Yeah. Is that just a bunch of condoms just blowing in the wind?
If one snaps off. Like, okay, so when we wwere walking back from the Brockhampton show, I'm just like walking shirt off Chicago, just right on my chest. Is this a...
It's a huge one, too.
Giant Magnum.
Big ass Magnum. The Magnum XLs, where you're like, what are you excelling at?
Man, I was over at Ham's the other day grabbing some stuff from the basement, and I have like one of those 3-door containers. There's just like a junk drawer. It's got like all my little things.
You have the band 3 doors down.
Yeah, it's just shoved in my junk drawer.
Yeah,
but
where they belong.
Yeah. We run away. The rest of the episode is just dead air, and it's like us walking upstairs and slamming the door here. Just us drive away.
It says going to check on 3 doors down.
Because I'm like, oh my God, I left him in the 3rd drawer.
Not the 3rd drawer.
Oh God, that's the one without the air. No, that's where I keep all the rubbers at.
Yeah, they're all stuck in.
Well, and that was the whole point of this story, is that I was grabbing that thing and I was looking in there and I was like, oh, thank God these didn't get ruined in the shit flood. And he's like, what? And he looked at them and he goes, oh, they're not Magnums. Never mind. And I was like, yeah, sure thing, buddy. Fuck you.
They're those extra slim ones.
Yeah, well, extra slims for slim, you know.
Yeah, we should make those.
They don't call me Fast Finger Slim because my dick is huge.
You know how you put a condom on, you're always like so baggy and spacious.
Yeah, always.
Don't they make something for the normal male?
Yeah, can't they make something for the discerning gentleman of half hardness?
Yeah, I mean, half hardness. Condoms don't help with that.
I've never
you gotta put it on a little bit.
For what it's
like
worth, I've never met a bitch worthy of full hardness, so I'm not ashamed.
Oh, we're gonna bleep that out.
Do what you gotta do.
That one was rough. But yeah, like what boggles my mind is like the ear over the headphone. Interesting choice. I don't hate it, except I do. Your ears turning so red. I assume it's gonna fall off. Oh, you're a monster.
Yeah, I was a monster before this anyway.
You're a little monster, like the movie.
Yeah, little monster with a little slimmer.
Howie Mandel, right? Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
They definitely swear in that movie,
right,
and
you do not scream at me about it.
No, but then they definitely have the big monster at the end. Remember when he grabs the kid and he's like, and you wouldn't like me when I do. And like it's oddly sexual and like weird in a way. To me, it felt very sexual.
It's still sexual to me.
It's a weird movie.
Pretty intense for a child movie,
but it is from the early, like 1989 or 90 or something.
Do you remember the little like henchman creatures that evil monster had
at
the end? And those things look so sick.
Yeah, and they were like really well done.
Yeah, I want to be that for Halloween, but you can't even get a good picture of it because there's like 2 scenes with them. Yeah, and I'm like, there's clearly a nice budget.
Why did you put that much detail?
Yeah, they're like so.
It's like one of those things Adam Jones designed while he was making Tool music videos.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like someone made like a really sick thing, and then they spent a bunch of money on it, and they were like, well, it doesn't really fit into any scenes, we'll just pop them in here real quick. And then that guy went crazy, and he just like pets the costumes in his small studio apartment all the time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what those things
I'm doing.
I don't know what those things are called, but they're fucking the best.
Should we have a Little Monsters watch through this Halloween season?
Oh yes, of course, with all the other must-haves.
I want to get some super down pat Dad Squad horror movie nights.
Oh yeah, I want to get some extremely disturbing films under our belt.
Oh hell yeah.
You know how it is.
I'm thinking a whole Saturday dedicated to disturbing.
There's a fucking horror movie festival at a hotel by my house in September. I was going to go last year because it's literally down the street, and I found out the day of, and I think I had to do something. I don't remember what, but then I was like, damn, I kind of want to go to this fucking super crazy, of course.
Yeah.
Like, weird ass.
Lots of suicide girls walking around, I bet.
I think it's the polar opposite. A lot of dumpy men walking around. You know how it goes.
Yeah, well, I mean, present company included.
Oh, of course. The doughiest walking.
It's not like
let's do this. I'm ready to watch 18 hours of amateur horror movies that have never been shown anywhere else.
It's not like I'm walking in like some Grecan god amongst a bunch of untouchables.
Well, I don't think I can reside in this motel that the films are being showed at. The talking pictures.
These gentlemen smell like chicken pot pie. I'll have none of this.
But yeah, I feel like we should go. I think it's like $10, and there's so many movies, and they're definitely like. I heard a lot of short films, and I think afterwards, like watch some of them on YouTube, but some of them were kind of tight. But I bet a lot of them fucking suck.
Yeah,
you know how horror movies are either amazing or like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Are they gonna have concessions available, or can we bring food?
I mean, it's a hotel, so. I feel like
continental breakfast the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
Build your own waffle bar.
Could you imagine just
all of these fat
and
fucks?
Gravy
Oh god, just a bunch of dumpy men getting just the lid trays full of biscuits and gravy. You know what I'm talking about? Those 3-chamber carryaways.
I'm like, sometimes I'm upset when there's free food because I like to partake, but like I was at an event recently where there was free horn dogs. Sorry, that was just me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's everywhere I go. Ow, ow, ow.
Jesus Christ!
What do you think that howl is?
But
the howl of the horn dog.
The old man that sat next to me, it was
eating a bag of chili.
It was an event where you like put your own lawn chair down. So I had, got my shit down.
Yeah.
In a big spacious area. The man sat so close next to me that he did not close a through path, but he was way too close to me. So then I'm like, this guy's too close to me, and it made like everyone want to walk through there. So I'm just constantly getting like elbow bumped by people walking through. Free hot dogs. Jesus Christ.
Hot dogs or corn dogs?
Hot dogs. They were hot dogs. I don't know what's going on. I want a corn dog right now, if we're going to be honest.
I would also like a corn dog. Like a deep, not like a soft one, but like a deep fried one where they're crunchy on the outside.
Yeah, of course.
One of those foot long ones you get from the state fair.
I'll give you a soft one.
Yeah, you got a soft corn dog for me?
Oh yes, I have the softest corn dog you've ever
Give me the
around.
moistiest, pillowiest corn dog one can grace my lips with.
Don't threaten me with an inadequate time. But yeah,
if I had a nickel every time a woman said that to me.
Dogs. I had one hot dog. This man went up and had 7 hot dogs, one by one. He like sat down, scarfed a hot dog.
Oh yeah, because you can't just stand. Because he probably went up at first and was like, "Can I just have 7? I'm gonna come back for him." And they were like, "No."
Bush Lights.
Hell yeah! Was it Kurt?
It seems a lot like.
Was Kurt in an old man costume?
Kurt of the Future, my favorite autoerotic asphyxiation. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
You are messed. I'm messed up on Wednesdays.
Many hot dogs. Okay, 7 is too many hot dogs to get up each time. 7?
Yeah. How far away was the hot dog stand?
close enough, but like just that weird distance.
So
you
it
know
was
what I mean?
too long to go for 7 hot dogs.
Yeah. Wait, I think any distance is too long to go for 7.
But what if from like us to like the wall right there? Would you do that for 7 hot dogs?
Maybe. I think about the people watching because I assume everyone's going to
Clearly
notice.
he doesn't care after like
No.
the third. After if he's doing that after like the third dog, he don't give a fuck.
I don't. But you think you at a certain point, if I had to get up 7 times, I think about 4 times in, I would just grab several hot dogs. It was a free for all. You reached in and grabbed a hot dog.
Oh, so you could, this wasn't like people handing them out. You could
No,
just grab
I mean
your
there
own
was a
hot
guy
dog.
like standing there. It
Guarding
was like
it so you didn't just take a
so you
steam
didn't
tray of
take
hot
the
dog.
whole thing of. It was just like a big bucket of hot dogs. You know, real normal.
In the
shit.
water still?
No, they were all individually wrapped in tin foil,
Oh, thank God.
prepackaged.
See what I was picturing
Bun
was
and
like,
everything.
See, here's what I pictured at first. At first, I pictured a stand where there's like young ladies making the hot dogs. Don't ask me why I pictured ladies. I like to picture young, beautiful women preparing hot dogs. Call me a criminal if you have to.
Yeah, young but legal.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
legal.
Well,
Jesus
you said
Christ.
call me a criminal.
I'm
if
thinking
you
like
have-
21.
Well, you said call me a criminal, and that's what I would call someone who fantasizes about
Thinking
teenage
young,
girls.
but not teenage, like early 20s. Like, and I
That's
like
not
the idea.
even young.
like
That's
the idea
a
of a young-
full-grown piece of hog. I'm talking about the hot dogs. How
I'm just
old are
saying,
the hot dogs? Yes, it's a beautiful big-breasted woman. I'm serving these 21-year-old hot dogs. Found them in my grandpa's basement.
Okay,
He
but
was trying
were
to
they
put-
freezer burned? Yes
he
or
was-
no? That's
I was
important.
trying to put a pig together, and just it didn't happen. It was all hot dogs.
Yeah,
He didn't-
that was part of the problem. We found the hog's head and the feet, but then the rest was hot dogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
Turns
think
out
it
if you're going
makes-
to necronomically bring back a pig, you have to have all the parts, not just the parts that are chopped up.
Do you have to have the Necronomicon?
Oh, of course it's necronomic if I'm bringing something back from the dead. That's just
But
science.
you have to have the book?
Of course
can't
you
just
do.
freestyle it?
How are you going to freestyle a
Bring this
necronomic
pig back,
spell?
Bring this pig back.
Fuck the club up! Fuck the club up! Fuck the club up!
Fuck
the club
crawl
up.
out of the ground.
It's just
Oh,
hot dogs
I-
and like split hogs.
I
just
love waking the cadaver.
but it's all hot dogs.
Oh, the amount of references that has happened in this episode.
I know. Like,
Sponsored by Jewel.
sponsored by Jewel. There was at one point in time I had a friend and
Off the rails.
off the rails. I had a friend and we were at a party and me and my buddy got stupid fucking drunk.
I just laughed at you saying I had a friend. I don't know why.
Yeah, because the idea of me having fucking people that care about me is laughable.
Yeah. Hilarious.
But no, we were at this party, and our friend was regaling us with the story about how when he was young growing up in the trailer park, he wrestled a pig for fun one time.
Of
And
course.
we decided we would have to bring him on the road as sort of a show, and we were going to call him Wilbur's Revenge. But then at the party, every time someone said Wilbur's Revenge, my buddy from across the room would just go as loud as he fucking could. So I'd be like, you got to watch out for Wilbur's Revenge from across the
It's similar to the Dapper Dads challenge. We've gotten 0 submissions for that. It's like people
Interestingly
haven't
enough.
heard the episode yet.
Yeah, it's almost like it's only been like 3-4 fucking days since we recorded this.
Don't remind me.
There's gonna be so much information coming at us before the next episode. It's gonna fuck us.
And I have 2 big weekends that I can't.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
can't
just gonna
give
be sitting at
anyone
home twiddling
anything.
my fucking thumbs, being like, "Hey, buddy, can I help you take a load off?" And you're gonna be like, "No," as you smoke 3 cigarettes, eat 4 unlit ones, and then rip 2 jewels.
Of course. But see, my biggest issue with reusing the condoms is
I told you doing a Wednesday episode would be weird.
I just love being able to bring it back.
Yeah, at least
I
we
feel
can
like
loop
that's
it
the
back.
best. People have told me I'm good at like completely losing it
And then bringing
being
it
like,
right back.
anyway,
Yeah.
where we were before all the
That's what
fuckery.
makes our friendship fucking work. Is
That's
that
what
I
makes
am
this
constantly
work.
off
Otherwise,
the rails.
we'd be like, what were we talking about?
People are going to be like, I need closure on these 19 things you didn't stop talking about.
But
Where is the ruby yacht of Omer Khayyam?
But the condoms, I imagine putting one on after you have unrolled it has
It's
got
got
to
to be loose.
Well, loose and just difficult. I feel like it's like in 40-Year-Old Virgin where he
How
doesn't know how
poor
to.
are you
and
where you can't afford a $5.99 like 40 pack of condoms?
I think you're out of the game for too long with that's not what condoms cost at all. 40 pack? What are you doing? Those weird ones?
Probably.
There's that one that looks like a house, and those things are so unpleasant. You got to go with the trusted brand. Also, condoms are pretty free. If
Yeah,
you just pay a
very
little
free.
bit of attention,
Yeah.
you can go get them a ton of places.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that is my biggest problem with it, is like actually putting it back onto your penis. Seems difficult. Do you think you re-roll it and then, because it's not going to be the same?
Well, and then it's also, I mean, if most condoms come pre-lubricated, I don't know people that don't. Wet. Yeah, I don't know people that don't
like wet with water.
Well, yeah, and that never fucking works. It's like fucking in a hot tub. It just doesn't work.
It's because, it's like when you put in school.
Well, and then how are you drying these things out? Because I feel like if you're just draping it over like a towel, it's got to be. Because if you're draping it, well, then it's going to weaken the latex if you're using a blow dryer.
I think if you
got to let them drip dry.
I think reusing the condom is weakening the
I think just reusing a condom is foolish in and of itself, and I can't stand behind it. It sounds like something that a mongoloid does, to be 100% honest. It sounds like something white trash does, to be 100% honest with you. I mean, and I'm not white trash.
They probably just don't use condoms.
Well, yeah, of course white trash doesn't use condoms. That's why there's so much white trash, because they just keep pumping and dumping.
But, I mean, I feel like you're thinking like back to back. I feel like there's time. Like you just have sex once a night and then you let it dry out, and then once it's ready again. And you probably have like a series of them.
You have like one condom just laying around that's like grandfathered in, like
yeah. This is from my grandfather.
I would say, how long do you use it for? Is it just like a one-time reuse thing, or is this like a...
I don't know. It was so bad that they had to issue, like, because you don't hear about it.
Because I feel like you can't clean them properly. So, like, if you're using it with one person and then fucking someone else, like, do you feel like it's better if it's just with one partner?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely gross if it's with multiple people. If you're using one condom for multiple people, you're a monster. Can you imagine a woman getting smashed by a guy and then you see him wash out a condom and you're like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just washing my condom out.
Well, I think it would be worse.
Holy shit.
I think it would be worse if you were ready to get down to business and he took out, like, if you don't hear a rapper or see a rapper, if a rapper's not produced and you don't hear it opening, and
you don't see me rip it open with my teeth like a monster,
and the man's struggling with which side is the right side for a second, then you should be concerned if you just pull out, because that's what I mean. Unless you're rolling it back up, which then there's just a loose rolled up condom. It's got to get like hair on it, some carpet fuzz.
Oh yeah, it's got to get gross. General. Like I mean, sitting on a nightstand, it's got to get stuck to it. What if it's the winter and it's by a heater? It gets warm. It gets kind of glued to the fucking.
It feels nice. Feels incredible.
Get a real warm condom on.
I do try to preheat mine.
And they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Shut up, bitch! I'm not paying you to talk."
That's all I pay. That's all I pay a prostitute for, is to heat up my condom.
You pay your prostitute.
I try to be nice. I try to support local business.
I'm more of a guy.
That one sounds really bad. That one we will bleep out, because that.
Yes.
Okay, let's stop. Also, the thing about wearing two condoms.
Let's stop
the whole thing.
Have you ever worn two?
No, because it makes them rip.
What kind of idiot puts two on?
And then you hear all the time in rap songs where they're like, gotta double up in case the condom snap. And I'm like, the friction of the latex causes the condom to snap. You will definitely.
You're the nerd they're not making that music for.
I mean, I'm the one listening to it and singing along until I get to that point.
We're the ones who don't have 7 kids so far.
I mean, it's true, because I don't double up on condoms. I triple up.
You think Young Thug doubles up?
With increasingly larger condoms.
Yeah, I buy Magnum. I buy the extra slims, but then I buy the Magnums. Lets them think I have a real dick.
Yeah, because if you it's like putting on a bunch of sweaters.
Yeah.
If you put enough condoms on, they think it's a big old dick.
You gotta, like how you do layers in the winter, so that you can stay warm.
Layer
and
your condoms.
Yeah, layer your dick up.
And she'll think you have a bigger dick.
Huge dick.
And then go to the bathroom and flush them all down her toilet. Fuck up the plumbing real wet.
What you really got to do is you got to buy a Magnum condom regardless of how small and pathetic your dick is. Go into the bathroom, stuff it with tissue like a bra, and then come out and smash her with that tissue dick.
And then it's just gonna be real
crunchy.
It's crunchy, wiggly. You're gonna come in a bunch of tissue.
Yeah,
it's gonna be weird.
As long as she doesn't see it.
I mean, she should see
you can only.
Everybody should be looking more at what's going on in the bedroom, I feel like.
You don't like fucking in complete darkness?
I do. Because it's thrilling. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The hands everywhere.
You don't know what you're going to kiss.
Yeah, there's just kissing everywhere.
Yeah. It's
he's
fun.
Just kissing everywhere.
I like when the TV's on and it turns off.
Oh,
the sleep timer. And then you're just like in the dark, like, what's happening? And you look and she turns the light on and you're fucking yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucking the pillows.
You're fucking the pillow because she got so wet.
She got so wet that it felt like 2 dry pillows.
Yeah.
Someone's been lying to you a lot.
Got so wet that pillow felt like 2 pussies kissing.
This got gross. I don't know why we can't just talk about the proper use of condoms. But that's my main point, is normally when there's like a bunch of people doing fucked up things that someone from like a government office has to step in about. You see it on Twitter or something. Where were they getting this information?
Yeah, I want to know. Have people been calling the
hey, I've been reusing this condom and now I have a kid.
No, you know what I bet it is? I bet there's information going into like the doctor's office because people are coming in with more STDs and they're like, well, what are you doing? And they go to the partner and it turns out they're reusing condoms probably.
That sounds like a lie.
Like, how do they find out people are reusing needles?
Just from watching.
Did they just like drive around, watch people shooting up heroin in their nutsacks?
I mean, reusing needles makes sense.
No, oh my God, I can't stand behind that at all.
If you just think about it for a second without any real information.
There is so many things in life like that where if you just think about it for a second with no facts or information.
And you're also high as fuck.
Yeah.
So you're more liable to reuse a needle.
Yeah.
Like, that all makes
your
sense.
judgment
What I think happened here,
I
think we've cracked this case, or at least I have. Sounds like a bunch of dudes have been cheating on their girlfriends, getting STDs, and being like, oh, it's because I always reuse the condom. And then for some reason the girls are like, yeah, I'll tell the doctor that.
Yeah, and then they tell their mom that at lunch, and their mom is like, sweetie, no.
It's like, sweetie, you're here because I was reusing the condom. Me and your dad,
we
have the condom. You've never noticed it in the shadow box?
None of us would be here without condom.
All right, we're not going to do that. So yeah, stop reusing your condoms, or give us a little bit more insight onto how you
come on things. Stop.
Nope. We're not going to do that. We're not going to promote that.
I'll promote it. It's my favorite thing to do.
Nope. We're going to edit you out of the whole podcast.
Do what you got to do. My opinions cannot be silenced.
We have a submission.
It's a lovely submission, too.
It's a lovely submission.
Whoever did this, go you. We love you.
Well, it is from Bellyache. And the email.
Does your stomach hurt?
Oh, yeah.
Your stomach hurt.
The email is clean vagina at something.com.
Well, I mean, it's not always a greasy pussy. Sometimes you got to clean it up.
One episode will not say it. I respect this. I'm on the right side of history with a clean vagina.
I didn't say greasy pussy was the right side of history.
Well, you just won't let it die.
Well, sometimes bad things have to go on so that the side of light can be seen by all.
No, not at all.
Clearly, greasy pussy was said enough that clean vagina was ready to be said.
Yeah. 3 of the quick ones that might end up long is the title.
And they sure will, let me tell you.
Yes, they will. So we'll do them one by one. Number 1, best Goosebumps book.
And let me tell you something. I was actually very recently thinking about a memory I have with Goosebumps books, which was after my parents got divorced. My dad sure taught me a thing or two about saving money in many different ways. And one of those things was...
I hiccuped while inhaling.
I was saying, you look very shocked for a second there. Here's a super struggle.
I was shocked that your parents got divorced.
No, I mean, what? Well, of course we were.
What? You never told me this.
You guys were just screaming at each other in the kitchen every night, and I thought it was sweet. I love yous.
Yeah, which totally informed our way.
I love you,
in a relationship.
bitch.
Bitch, I love you. That's not what I meant, bitch. That's what we said we were going to
Stop running away when I'm yelling, bitch.
It's a lot of bitch.
But because I was such an avid young reader and I would read so many books, my dad found it was easier to save gas, so he was not spending so much money on gas, to simply take me to the library on a nice Saturday afternoon and let me read through a stack of books so he didn't have to drive back and forth wasting his precious pennies on gas.
Was that because he wanted all the gas to burn all the trash?
Yeah, probably. Because keep in mind, he was still burning trash during this whole time.
I hope he's still burning trash as we speak.
I hope he's not burning trash in where the last place I saw him was, but God knows he's probably got somewhere that he's burning trash. Once you start burning trash, you can't stop. It's like heroin.
Yeah.
You have a burn pile once and it gets taken away.
It's like shitting outside of a toilet.
You get the itch a couple weeks later, you're just laying in bed and you hear like a crackle and then like a whoosh, and you're like, is there a backdraft in here? Nope, it's just me hallucinating about burning things with gasoline.
It's because he started doing it in closed spaces and it's really bad for his health.
Yeah, it's just like whippets. He started doing them in closed spaces like a crawl space. It's bad for your health.
Fire plus whip it. I like it.
Fire plus whip it, throw the empty can into the fire, explodes whipped cream everywhere.
I used to try to blow up spray paint cans and it was the best.
Whipped cream and gasoline, that'll be the name of our punk album.
We got a lot of names at this point.
Because we're going to crank out like 7 albums in a day.
Something piss. Residual piss?
Residual piss,
I was trying to think of it all day today for some reason.
It was residual piss.
It was residual
and
piss.
I was like, residual piss!
Yeah. You really got it
It's
out
because
there.
everyone was just pissing in that alley.
Everybody was pissing. We walked past that man who was just pissing.
Yeah.
And that was a nice looking house.
Yeah. There was a lot of pissing going on in Chicago that evening.
Anyway, you were in the library on Saturday nights like a fucking dork.
Like a fucking dork, reading through
I was
Goosebumps
out fucking. How old were you?
Like 9.
Yeah, I was out fucking.
At 10?
Yeah.
You're a year older than me.
No, I'm 42.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're 58. I forgot.
Yeah, so I was old enough to fuck when you were a child.
But
not you.
One of the specific Goosebumps books I remember reading was about a family that goes to an amusement park, and it's like not an amusement park. It's like a haunted amusement park, you know?
I wish amusement parks were haunted. You always read about them.
Great thing about Goosebumps books was they presented real world situations where like people should have been like, something's askew here and not right, but people just keep going with it. And I remember
everything scary ever.
It was in the middle of this Goosebumps book, and what it is the family gets there, and the dad, being, you know, a 90s dad in a Goosebumps book, is like, oh, look at this haunted amusement park. This looks fun. The monsters look so real. And they're going around. And at one point, they go to get food, and they go to like a vendor, and it says fingers, and they're like, "Oh, like chicken fingers." And this is, I swear to God, I remember this was the text in the book, and the monster said, "Nope, fingers," and just hands him like a serving boat full of human fingers. And the dad was still like, "Nifty," like, and I don't remember how that one ended, but I'm pretty sure it got to a point where the dad was like, "Wait a minute, this is all real."
He eats an entire person piece by piece, and he's like, you know what? None of this seems accurate.
You know what? This person tasted like nothing I've ever had before.
And now I have the gravy.
Yeah, and then it turns into that episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
I also remember getting the Goosebumps videotapes from the video store in Byron.
Do you remember the TV show?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The TV show.
The TV show was so sick.
It was
had the
so
craziest
wicked.
Intro.
Goosebumps.
The worst music ever. Like out of date music for the 90s. And then it like went around the whole like town or whatever.
Yeah, the TV show. And if you watch it back now,
that motherfucker was the first show I ever seen to have the rating of Y7.
Yeah,
you remember that shit? And my mom was like, I don't know.
Yep.
It's Y7.
I remember that with Goosebumps
like,
books. Because I would go to the book fair and they would have all the Goosebumps books there, and I would beg my mom for them, and I would be like, please, I need every single one. And she would look at like the covers. I remember the
covers are sick.
The one where the girl was like the chicken with the girl's head, because the gypsy like turned her into a chicken, and then at the end turns her into a pig, and it's like there's a whole nother sequel R.L. Stein could have wrote but didn't.
I mean, when later years they really harped on sequels.
Yeah.
They're like Night of the Living Dummy Part 6.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Jesus,
like
what even happened?
I remember being so into my book series as a child. I loved Animorphs and Goosebumps. Those were like my big two.
They go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
I love
90s kids
scary
like
stories to tell in the dark.
Well, that's the quintessential three right
that's
there.
That's my favorite shit. Still.
Animorphs, Goosebumps, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. If you didn't read those books as a
really
kid,
fucks up your whole adult life.
If you didn't read those books as a kid, you're a fucking dork now. That's all there is to it. A huge dork. A dork, some might say.
Yes, you'll get fucked.
You are a Fifi, my friend.
Yes, Fifi on the block. Was there Goosebumps where like people turned into moss? Where there was a lot of like moss related incidents.
Oh man,
that's how I feel about all the Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Is I'm like small tidbit of knowledge.
Yeah, it's because it's been so long since I've actually read a. Because like I mean that's
like not that many stick with me besides the mask and the dummies.
Well, I mean that for me that was like young kid, because like as a young pre-teenager I was reading like Stephen King and like H.P. Lovecraft, like more. Like I was at a high school reading level when I was younger.
Yeah, we get it.
Listen, I'm
Big
just saying, like
Slim.
I don't
over there reading and shit.
I don't remember a lot of the plot of Goosebumps. No. I remember what was the one where the dad was turning into a plant in the basement?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like the hand sticking out of the door that has like the vines growing on it and stuff. Man, I just remember when I found out they finally made it a TV show, because I would go to the library and get the books, and then I finally looked in the movies one day, and there was all these Goosebumps VHSs everywhere. And then, of course, I had to make the distinction between getting Goosebumps books and Goosebumps videotapes. And then, you have to do that trade-on,
I remember
trade-off.
hearing about it coming, and I remember watching the first episode on like a TV in like this other room we had, and I was like, this is insane. And that mask was so sick. Like a lot of times I feel like
the effects were surprisingly good on that show.
Very good.
Like, and that whole show's on Netflix now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
Really? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the Goosebumps. I used to watch it on.
I'll have to rewatch it.
I'm gonna say I'll have to double check.
Trying to watch Tales from the Crypt, and I can't fucking find it anywhere. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, but then I gotta hook a computer up. That's a whole fucking thing. But yeah, I miss Choose Your Own Adventures. I remember Goosebumps had at least this one Choose Your Own Adventure that was fucking beautiful.
It was radical.
Yeah, like you don't get that anymore. You got to make the decisions, and then you always kind of kept that page in mind in case you made the bad decision.
Yeah, because they did that on Family Guy that one time where you're like, oh, remember I didn't take my hand off. I didn't take my hand off. That means I can still pick it.
Or like one time I remember reading it straight through just to see what it would be like.
Yeah, and there was so much crazy. It's so fucked.
It's how I think now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense because you just read through and it's just a fucking nightmare. But yeah, shout out Goosebumps. I got to rewatch because, that's like what I was going to say is I feel like a lot of times with books and that are made into movies or TV shows, like it doesn't work well on one side. You know what I mean? You have something in your head and like that Mask episode, at least of Goosebumps, like looked so like legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It matched what I was thinking.
Man, I'm going to get a library card this weekend and get some Goosebumps books.
Man, I'm just going to watch them all online.
Yeah.
I don't need to read the books. I don't know how to read.
I like the nostalgia.
I want to see how many Goosebumps books were they?
I'm gonna do a quick look up. See if they're still making them.
Probably.
I remember R.L. Stine did a couple of offshoot like short story books that were really, really fantastic as a kid.
R.L. Stine, I always wanted, and I'm sure this has been said a million times at the end of Wheel of Fortune. You know how it like is basically his name?
Yeah.
I always wanted it to just be like popular kids book author.
And it's basically filled in.
It just fills in, I think, besides the I. And you're like, and still have the person like, oh, fuck.
Goosebumps author.
It's
basically right there.
Fuck.
Rhymes with stain.
R.L. Stan. And they're like, you're
Vanna White comes up and kicks him in the balls with her high heels. I'd pay for that.
I know. I was gonna say. I mean, I don't see what's wrong.
I'd pay to have Vanna White just nutshot me.
Jeez, how old is Vanna White?
I don't give a fuck.
Like 100?
Sure.
Like 112?
Why the fuck not?
The first book was Welcome to Dead House, which I vividly remember now.
Let me see. Yep.
July 1992.
There we go.
Yeah, the plant one was
hand.
the second one.
Yup.
Oh yeah, I remember all. Oh, I love that picture. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my back.
The Mummy. I remember that.
I remember all of these vividly.
Oh, the one where the guy's eating the fly. That was one of my favorite ones. That was also.
I like You Can't Scare Me.
Yup.
Horrorland.
That's the one I was talking about. Horrorland.
Yeah, these are classics.
Where's the one with the chicken? Oh, what's that one? Hold on, go up.
No, we can't do this because no one can see
shark.
it. Yeah. All right, we're not gonna do this because no one can see it. But go to goosebumps.wikia.com and just scroll through if you're our age,
straight up going to the library this weekend and be like, give me
59
every Goosebumps
book.
book.
See, they already did the sequel to The Mask in 1995. I'm gonna jump down here.
Yeah, what was the last Goosebumps book that came out? In what year?
For some reason, it keeps going. There was 62, 1997. I don't think that's right because I remember. I don't know. Someone get at us. Fact check. How many total fucking books? 231. There's 231 Goosebumps.
Really?
That's what I'm looking at on Wikipedia, a much more trusted source.
Are they still cranking them out?
I mean, no, because 200, like, that's not that crazy for, like, how long it's.
When was the last one published?
I'm trying to find it. Apparently they did a Goosebumps Most Wanted from 2012 to 2016. I'm not sure what that entails.
Okay.
They did a Goosebumps Horrorland from 2008 to 2012. Goosebumps Graphics from 2006 to 2015. So there's been like different offshoots.
How sweet would some like Alan Moore style graphic novels of Goosebumps books be?
Yeah, I feel like they could definitely bring some shit.
Like for our generation, give us like some gritty graphic novel retellings of Goosebumps. I would so be behind that.
Yeah, because there was the Goosebumps original series, and then there's like 6 other series.
Where does the original series end?
62. So that's what we were looking at. In December of 1997 it ended, but then these are like throughout the years, different ones. So it's never really died. Shout out Goosebumps. We miss you. Number 2 here is can you tell a little bit more about record collecting? First record, tips, prized possession, wish list, etc.
Yeah, we can absolutely touch on this subject a little bit.
I don't have a whole lot to say.
Not much. We are known to be a little bit more than avid collectors of vinyl. You more so than me.
I was gonna say
you have a huge
people
rock
who
hard
are
dick
like
about it.
I'm a vinyl collector and it shits on my entire life.
Yeah, there's some people out there that are crazy about it, but I would say of our friend group, you are the most avid of the vinyl collectors.
I don't know about that at all. Kurt's got a solid.
He's got my collection.
Kurt's got money to blow on records.
Yeah, see, that's my problem is that
Kurt's
I don't
got blow on all of his records.
I don't have. Yeah, Kurt, get help, man. We know you're listening.
And Matt's also got a beautiful collection.
Matt's
probably got the longest because he's been doing it. Because I did it for a long time, and I lost a bunch of records.
That was my problem is that I've lost a bunch of records before. I remember my biggest loss was one of my exes when we moved out. She took my records, and I had some fantastic pieces in there. I had
I would never let that happen.
It was a bitch. It was rough. I lost a bunch. The records that I have now are some recent acquisitions that I picked up with you a lot.
Yeah.
The proudest ones I have pretty much all of the Twin Peaks soundtracks on vinyl now because I got the one with you at Sugar Records. Yeah. Shout out Sugar. That is my favorite record shop in Chicago, hands down.
Yeah.
They have. I could honestly blow $1,000 in there. Honestly, if you gave me $1,000, I could go into Sugar Records.
Blow more than that.
I could blow a couple of fat stacks in there. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
They got that one one of the vinyls I'm lusting after right now.
The plural is vinyl.
Vinyl. Oh, Christ. One of the records that I am lusting after most right now is Fever Ray. It was one of my top artists. Was it last
albums,
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my top albums.
We've only been doing this
year.
for a year.
I know.
We were doing it without recording it for that year before that.
Oh yeah, of course.
The Lost Files.
But Fever Ray's latest album was one of my top picks for albums of the year last year, and she came out with an exclusive edition that has like you saw it has like a blood pack on the outside, and it's got this big fold out poster that comes with it. It's $50, and I am just like. Dying to have that because I
so yeah if you're listening make sure to and you want to do a nice gesture, someone's got a birthday coming up, make sure to get him Sugar Ray's greatest hits like you just said.
Yep, Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray 1459 I think was their debut album. Not a bad album. Sugar Ray's underrated. I don't have any
don't want to harp on it, but
I'll harp all fucking day. Sugar Ray is great. Anyway, first record, I think the first record I bought myself was Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon because I found it for $0.25 at garage sale. I never listened to it. I hate Pink Floyd. And eventually I put a firecracker in the center of it to see what it would do. So it was influential.
First record I ever bought was I think Wings Over America by Wings.
Wow.
Because I got it for I think $0.25, 50 cents at the Salvation Army or something like that.
You just are familiar enough with it, and you're like, I want to buy it. And look at it.
At the time, me and my girlfriend, we were really into like the Beatles and Paul McCartney and shit, and so like I just picked it up so we could listen to it at the house.
I bought mine when I was like 11, and I didn't have a way to play it. I just wanted a record.
I
wanted to look at it.
The music I listened to when I was younger wasn't readily available on vinyl like it is now. And so a lot of the vinyl I listened to as a kid was a lot of my mom's collection, and she had a lot of solid shit in there. She had like Queen, Styx, David Bowie, Peter Gabriel, all kinds of fantastic stuff in there. And then my dad had a wicked record collection for years until he literally gave it all away to the Salvation Army because he was tired of hauling them around, he said.
Yeah, that's I've bought records from a ton of people at garage sales who like one of the best finds, I've said it before, was me and Matt and Kurd found a garage sale. And this guy was selling his whole record collection, and each record was like $0.25 or 50 cents. I got Thin Lizzy by Thin Lizzy, Iron Maiden by Iron Maiden, and Queen Jazz in hopes that the titty poster was in it, and it was not. So I'll continue my hunt for that. That's on my wish list. But yeah, I talked to the guy, and he's like, we're moving again, and like moving records is the worst thing you can do. Yeah,
I just moved.
If you have any like substantial amount of records, they become the heaviest thing ever.
The bulk of my record collection right now was actually inherited from my grandpa after he passed, because when we were going through his stuff, I found a closet full of vinyls.
Yeah.
And it's not even a lot of stuff I would necessarily listen to. A lot of it's like older country, but stuff that we like that Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson era style stuff. A lot of it was just artists that I noticed. A lot of all the other vinyls were bought at the estate sale, but this is just a big chunk that like I want to hang on to just because they were his, you know. But then I do have a smaller set of records. Like I have a Fall Out Boy record my sister got me for Christmas one year because we're such huge Fall Out Boy fans. Like I said, I have the Twin Peaks. I'm trying to think of my favorite record I have. It would probably be when my sister was in Texas. She went to this really fantastic record store in Austin. She said they had literally everything you could possibly think of. It was like a warehouse full of records.
They have that bootleg Mayhem vinyl with the head blown off.
More than likely.
I'll be there.
But there was so much there. Okay, so this guy, Charlie Patton, she was able to get me his extensive Yazoo recordings on vinyl. It's like this 2 or 3 vinyl set they cram into one envelope that you can buy. But she found that for me down there. And I think anywhere that you can find Charlie Patton vinyl, it has to be a place where they have to have everything.
Yeah.
Send me a Fever Ray vinyl and send me a fucking
Sugar Ray.
Send me a Sugar Ray vinyl and then send me some Charlie Patton. Also send Drama some vinyl because his birthday's coming up. So let's make sure we get some really low quality Frank Ocean bootlegs coming in the mail.
I mean, I only need Nostalgia Ultra at this point, and I'll be
recorded off of some MacBook speakers.
I mean, I just need the vinyl for the collection at this point.
Yeah, you don't even want to listen to it.
No, but yeah, I had I had a ton of shit. I remember doing eBay when I was like 14 or 15, like when eBay was like crazy
when it was popping.
Yeah, and it was easy to get shit.
Yeah.
So I remember getting like Lower Class Brats and Casualties. And yeah, I had just like a lot of punk stuff. I had so many 7 inches, and I feel like that's why I don't buy 7 inches anymore, because I had a horrible loss with them where I like moved in with a girl, and then what was the fucking where we were staying when we first got together, they were like leaving and like moving out, and the roommate had a dog, and the dog had messed up the back door, and the landlord was pissy, and it was like not good terms. And I had a bunch of shit over there, specifically this like shoebox full of 7 inches, so like a good amount of 7 inches, and some other, I think 12 inches and whatever. And like we were literally there getting stuff, and then we left and then came back, and he had changed the locks, and I was like forgot that those were in there. And then the fucking landlord was this girl's dad's neighbor, and he like had the shit and wouldn't give it back, so I lost all of those 7 inches. And I don't even buy 7 inches anymore, I feel like, because I had such a nice collection and then it was taken away from me.
To lose it again
and I have,
would be
like,
too painful.
There's only specific ones, like I had 2 Egan's Rats ones, and I can't fucking get them again because like I know the people who have them, they're not selling them. So if anyone can somehow figure that out. But and then another time when I was unemployed for like a super long time, I ended up selling like a bunch of, this was like before I got back into vinyl. I hadn't bought like a record in forever. And I had like a bunch of punk stuff, like a Sealed Rancid record and like Dead Kennedys and like just shit like that. And at the moment I needed money, so I sold them for like $60. And I was like, whatever, that's fine. And now looking back, I'm like, I wish I had those fucking records. Like,
I've done
not that I would
before
listen
myself,
to them, but there's some of them that like I would now, because now I'm getting to that time where I'm like listening to the old shit and like refinding it.
Right,
like, even just having it, because it meant something to me at one point. Like I still have records, and I'm like, I don't fucking like pay attention to that. But at one point, it was enough for me to like seek it out.
Yeah.
So never sell your fucking records. Be poor instead. But my prized possession is Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Of course it is.
You could sell it for $400.
You could.
But I never will. I learned my lesson. I also have Endless, which is pretty cool too. And then I just got Channel Orange. So like I said, if I get Nostalgia Ultra, I don't need those other weird bootlegs that are just like miscellaneous volume 2. I mean, eventually I'll get them, of course. But
I really want to get to the point where like my financial situation is stable enough and like my living situation is stable enough that I feel like I can set up a record station and like actually invest some money in it, you know.
See, what you should do is be like me, to where your financial situation is unstable, but you still just keep buying records. Where you get 4 records in the mail in a month, and you're just like, I gotta stop doing this. While you're ordering more, and you're like, I'm not as crazy as some people.
Nah.
I do tend to just, if I'm like, find something, I'm like, yeah, that'll be fine. And then I figure out the not eating and no gas later.
Yeah.
But I have that record that no one cares about.
I mean, yeah, you could eat ramen noodles for a week and get those Egan's Rats 7 inches
I don't think I could. Literally, I have a
what is the top price you would pay for those? If someone was selling them online, you can get them back. What is like your like absolutely like fuck this shit price where you would be like, but still do it?
At least 50
a piece.
Yeah, I mainly want I want both, but the Shanghai EP, it's their first one, and like that's the one I listen to more. The second one is a split with a band called Deadly Nightshade that I fucking love too. And I found one of their songs on MySpace that I was able to like steal from MySpace. It was a whole thing, so I would like their music too. But that's just one of those bands that like wasn't even around that long and was a nightmare. But yeah, I mean, I'd pay a little bit. I feel like they'll eventually come around. I fucking also love this band Fightbacks from Rockford. And I found on eBay one time randomly, I think I'll occasionally just scan for Egan's Rats. It's on my Discogs. I don't have a big wish list on Discogs because when you put things on there that like aren't so obscure, you get an email every time someone's selling it. So I have like one of the latest pressings of Return of the Living Dead is on like lime green vinyl, and I wanted it, and I put it on my wish list, and I get emails all the time like someone's selling it because it's not that hard to fucking find.
Yeah.
I have a very small wish list, and it's like crazy obscure shit. But I found a Fightbacks one on eBay, and I was like, who the fuck is selling this? And it was the guy from Toad Hall. It won't sell at Toad Hall. So I'm like, so every time I'm at Toad Hall, I vigorously flip through the 7 inches because I feel like if there's an Egan's Rats sitting around somewhere,
it's got to be there.
It's got to be there. But for the love of God, that's one of them. That's not like the most, I don't know what my most prized possession is anymore. I've gotten most of what I look for, but that's one. I want a leftover crack 7-inch that's like very hard to find. There's only 666 copies of it.
Yes.
And it has some inappropriate artwork. We'll say that much. I also want the Mayhem fucking
with the head blown off.
Shotgun head.
There was a bunch of Rammstein remastered on vinyl that I saw last time we were at Sugar. I want every single one of those, like every single one.
Yeah, if we're talking about just shit we want, there's just
God, I could sit here all day about even just shit that I want on vinyl.
Yeah, it basically
all the Tom Waits that I want on vinyl.
Yeah,
all the fucking weird electronic shit I want on vinyl.
Discographies is what I've been trying to do. Yeah, so like Kanye, I think I only actually have My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Pablo.
If I could get all of Black Moth, Super Rainbow, and Tobacco on vinyl, that would feel like a really sweet collection.
That's why I want that Nostalgia Ultra, because I'll have all the technically I have all the official Frank Ocean releases. If you want to pull our dicks out about it, I already have it. What else was I just thinking of? There's someone else. I think Jeff Rosenstock. I'm close to
that'd be tight
completing that because I just bought that last one in at Sugar when we were there last time. So yeah, there's like, just send us fucking records.
Or just money for records. If you want to see us go to Sugar Records and pull out some of our like top choice picks and buy them, just send us the money to fucking do it. We'll make the video.
Has Little B Rain in England, which is just insanity. It's $80 and it's just always there because
they have several very large packs of Grateful Dead albums on vinyl that I would like. There's one specifically, it's like $130, but it's like their mid studio sessions when they were doing stuff, and God, I just want it so fucking
they have that weird Watch the Throne that's like real thick and like embossed that I've always been curious about, and that's like $130.
They got that beautiful deluxe 3 vinyl My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I have.
They've got
shout out Matt the God got me that for Christmas.
They got Culture 2 on 4 vinyls there. I saw that.
So unnecessary.
Can you imagine playing that on vinyl?
I want a lot of like certain pressings that like I know I won't come
like
across.
The rare pressings and stuff.
Yeah, because I could I want Doris by Earl Sweatshirt. It's a phenomenal album, and you can find the original pressing anywhere. But the Vinyl Me Please, I think for that was on yellow, and it's like super obscure. But I'm like, I won't buy the other one because I'm just holding out hope.
There's a
same
lot
thing with like Barter 6.
Yeah,
that's on red. Kurd has that from Vinyl Me Please, and that like goes for like at least $80. And I could buy like the regular one, but knowing that the other one's out there and it's better.
My Twin Peaks The Return soundtrack is on like forest green vinyl, which is fucking beautiful.
I have every color vinyl except orange because I want to take a picture when I get like a rainbow. And I'm not going to go out of my way to buy an orange one.
Yeah.
I feel like Channel Orange should have been orange.
It should have,
of course, but the bootleggers didn't have it that way. It's just clear.
I had a very beautiful copy of The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me by Brand New on white marble, but there was a problem with the pressing when they did the marbling, and when it got to the end of side A, it just like skipped and came back and skipped and came back, and it just fucked the whole thing up every time. So I ended up selling it because it's like as much as I loved it and it was beautiful, I couldn't enjoy the album experience.
Yeah, that's how I feel about The Talon of the Hawk by the Front Bottoms. I got like some super weird pressing where it's like the splatter like black and red, and it's just so much surface noise. This is very specific.
They asked us.
Yeah, they asked, and it's only going to get more specific, so turn it off now, because the third question is favorite Simpsons episode or episodes.
Oh my God. So I that brought to you by Jewel.
Yes, thank you, Jewel.
I just had a weird thing happen. I'm fine.
It's from the jewel.
It is from the jewel.
It's weird.
It's a lot of mucus. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so mucusy.
A lot of mucus.
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't want to harp on the mucus
but,
from the jewel, but
full of mucus.
But no, I stand firmly behind the fact that the best episode of The Simpsons is Homer Up to Bat, because if you do the math,
it's such a weird pick.
It's a weird pick. No, and this is mathematically the best Simpsons episode, because if you do the math,
this is how
joke for joke,
dorks
if you want to talk about being a dork for The Simpsons, I just moved into a new apartment by myself, and to make myself not feel so alone, I have a pretty much 24/7 loop of The Simpsons going when I'm there, just for comfort and background noise.
Yeah. It is very comforting. I've realized that's
really
probably why I
is,
watch it so much, is it was one of the few things from my childhood that was good.
Yeah, you know, it's like life could fucking suck, but you know what? I could throw in some Simpsons DVDs and just kind of sit there and forget about everything for a bit, you know?
Throw a dart at like 5 to 10
my favorite thing is I have all the first 21 seasons synced up on my laptop right now, and I just have the player on shuffle, so I'll just get random episodes all day and all night. And it's
I hate the first 2
wonderful.
seasons anymore. And then the later ones.
The first one is hard to watch.
First one is bad.
It's not good.
No.
Yeah. That's
also the first DVD collection when those came out.
Yep.
My parents got it at like Best Buy. It was one of like the Black Friday deals.
Yep.
So I just watch it over and over. And
I remember a very specific Christmas where we got our first DVD player as a family, and the DVD player was the big gift we had to open at the end. So all the small gifts we opened up were all like Simpsons. It was like the first 3 or 4 seasons that were available on DVD.
Yeah.
And like me and my sister were just flipping out, but we were young and we were like, how are we gonna play these?
Yeah.
And then
it's like every parent's trick.
Yeah. And then we finally opened up the DVD player, and it was great. And I still remember me and my sister being in awe that we could just watch Simpsons whenever we wanted.
And you can
and
get
it
rid
was
of all
so
those
clear
VHS
on the TV
tapes you had. That was just, I had so many that just say Simpsons.
Yeah.
And you would still know from the handwriting, well, that's the one with Treehouse of Horror 7.
Yeah, but that's got this
like
and this and this and this and
one.
this, and that's got this and this and this and this, and then this one messes up halfway through, so don't watch this one.
This one got dubbed over with something else.
Yeah. Oh my
hardcore
God.
porn.
Ugh.
Weird hardcore porn.
One of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons is one I rewatched recently, which is 22 short films about Springfield, just because the genius behind that episode, just because it had to take so much time in the writing room.
I feel like that's like one of the like most common answers, because it is just
because it's so well. It's not even the episode itself that's so good; it's the way that it's written is phenomenal.
The intertwining,
the segues in between each segment are beautiful, because you know what they had to do is they had to write all the segments, and then they had to sit there with all the segments lined up on like a drawing board and go okay, how are we gonna bleed these together to make it one big cohesive story? You know,
I feel like that with any show that has like those episodes, there's a term for those episodes I always forget, but when they're like stitched together that well. My favorite episode, I'm pretty sure, is the Frank Grimes episode.
That's a great one,
because like the Frank Grimes side of that story is fucking great, especially when he like goes off the rails and dies. But the best thing, for some reason, and it doesn't hold up as an adult, like when everyone's like, I know you're a big fan, what's your favorite episode? That Bart buys the warehouse for $1. Like as a kid, I was like, could that happen?
Yeah,
like,
because that's
was
something
like
you want to believe that you could do.
I could ever think of. And like, he just goes by it and then has Milhouse as the fucking security guard. And then when Milhouse gets the coffee and the rats in, and he's just like, and then when it finally falls, and he's like, I told you to watch it. And he's like, I did watch it. Started falling, and then it fell. Like, I wanted to get a tattoo of Milhouse with the cup of coffee and the security guard outfit, because I just love that so much. I still would love to buy
a warehouse for $1.
Warehouse.
Like, can you imagine what you and me as grown men would do with $1 warehouse?
Unspeakable thing.
Oh, huge.
And that's what, like, when they're like, what are these signs for? Who cares? Chuck them, and they throw them out, and then they're on the staircase. It would be shit like that still. And that's my problem with like the newer Simpsons episodes, especially like the newest ones. When you watch them, I feel like they like can't get. I feel like it's people like us that have such an admiration for older episodes. That they constantly try to force references where they don't belong.
Yeah, but it's like you can't recapture that magic.
No, and one of the newer episodes is like Frank Grimes' kid. And it's just like,
and it's like, why?
And they constantly put little things in episodes where it's like, we get it, we all love it. Like, you're ruining it by trying to shove it down our throats.
And I can't even say, because I haven't even paid attention since season 20, 21. Like, I haven't even like paid attention to it.
Yeah, that's like pretty good, because
if we had to pick like if someone was like, what is the best time frame for you, I would say season 3. And I used to stop at like 9 or 10, but as I'm getting into it more, I'm realizing there's more solid episodes come up like 13, 14, but 14 is about where I'm going to stop.
It has like I think even after 14, because you can even look it up online, like the popularity of it, and there's like a huge peak, and then like 9, it pretty much dives down after that.
Yeah.
But then I want to say like 15, 16, it like goes back up, and there are some good ones in there. It's just not as solid. Like from like 6 to 9,
it feels
you can
different.
take like those 3 seasons and like any episode, and it's fucking crazy.
Well,
like,
what I'm noticing about it, just skipping around so many different episodes, is I can see in the early seasons, I can remember how they felt when I was a kid watching them. You know, like those early seasons, I was very, very young, and I'm like, oh, I resonate with that.
Yeah.
But then, like, if we're talking like the mid to late seasons, like 9 through 11, I remember being in like middle school when those were on, and then like early high school, and it's like, you know, I just remember certain distinctive yet different periods in my life when those episodes were on.
Because you grew with it.
Right. Yeah. Like
that's part of it. Like, it makes sense to me when people are like younger and they're like, I never really watched it, and then trying to get into it like as an adult, if you missed it as a kid, and it's just one of those things.
Well, I think
it's like half like childhood and like memories and stuff, and being like one of the best things, and half it's so like ahead of its time and witty, and like even now some of the jokes, even though I know that they're coming and I'm saying them out loud while I'm watching them, I'm like, this is fucking
still good,
crazy. Like, this is so good. I just thought of the other day because it popped up on my time hop, and I think I shared it on Facebook or whatever, where Homer's gonna box Dredrick Tatum, and he's like, he's a good man, I got nothing against him, I'm
definitely gonna make orphans of
definitely gonna make orphans of his children. And then he's like, you know that he has a wife, right? And he's like, yeah, but I assume she will die of grief. Like, just shit like that. Like, Jesus.
And then, like, oh, God, what was the one? Like, the one where Homer is the missionary on the island?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good later season one in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Save me, Jeebus. I don't even believe in Jeebus.
And the toads.
Yeah. The Treehouse of Horror, where there was the Harry Potter thing.
Oh my God!
There's like the
that's
frog.
I think
I just watched that one today.
That might be my favorite Treehouse of Horror. Well, yeah, when the frog comes out, it's like, kill me.
Every waking moment is agony.
Shit like that. Or I was watching the one.
So where's your car parked? Oh, we don't have a car.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was my. That
With
was
the leprechaun and the gypsy. That one is so good.
Ask my sister, the leprechaun one. That's one I had on VHS that I knew that because I fucking was obsessed with the leprechaun. It won't bring Bart back. Nothing will bring Bart back. She said it would.
Sorries won't bring him back. The gypsy said it would. Well, it's too late for that.
Yeah, I think the Treehouse of Horrors forever.
Are forever always going to be.
But also, the other day I was watching the one where Ralph and Bart take Wiggum's key and it opens everything. And that one's some of them are so, like, you feel so bad for Ralph in that episode. Like when they throw the key and they're like telling him to go.
They're like making fun of him and shit. You're like, oh.
But then I love at the end when they're like, yeah, good job, Ralph. And Lisa's like, I thought of it. And he's like, got him a break. He deserves it. And then he has the leprechaun because earlier he's like, the leprechaun tells me to burn things. And then at the end, the leprechaun,
you know what you got to do?
Kill the family.
Burn the whole thing down. Burn them all.
Yeah, it's just, like, again, it's something.
Like the New York City one we always reference that whenever we go to Chicago because it feels like that.
Yeah, there's so
Mount
many.
into a crab juice. Ugh. I'll take a crab juice.
Yeah, I'm glad that they remember when they wouldn't show that one for like a decade because
the 9/11.
Yeah, that jerkin tower. Hey, yeah, there's so many. Yeah, like I constantly reference things to a point where like
the X-Files one is definitely one of my favorite ones because that one is so
I think
good.
all of the Treehouse of Horrors.
He's bringing us peace and love. Let's kill it.
I think all of the Treehouse of Horror ones are like my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I was just watching the one last night that does King Kong and Bart's dressed as Alex from Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
And like, I'm like, even that one's like an early one and it's not great, but like the Treehouse of Horrors, that's still
the Treehouse of Horror where they had the Krusty doll. That one's my favorite.
That one's classic. Or when they have Snake's hair,
is also cursed.
When they have Snake's hair and Homer gets the hair transplant. Yeah. But yeah, those are like, I'll still watch it every Sunday when it's new. I know what I'm in store for.
Yeah.
But I still do get excited about the Treehouse of Horrors. They're still not super great anymore, but that's like the best
like a
version
fun
of it because I love horror movies and I love Simpsons and they cram it together and I'm like, yes. So yeah, whoever fucking submitted this.
Yeah, this was a
knows
great
us
submission.
very
They
well.
love us. Thank you
Except
so
the
much.
Goosebumps, which we are huge fans of, but
Yeah.
the records in Simpsons is basically
That's pretty much us. If
my
you had
bread and
asked us
butter.
about rappers, vinyls, and Simpsons, that'd be pretty much us.
Yeah, that's basically all we have to offer. So
Yeah.
hopefully it was so horrifically specific that people turned it off.
Hopefully, and you haven't gotten to this point, this is where we can say the really fun, crazy shit.
Yeah, fuck all those people that turned it off.
Yeah, fuck you guys for not listening to us. We would listen to your show all the way through.
Yeah, even if it got way too specific. Because I feel like talking about Simpsons, do you think Simpsons is more relatable to people or vinyl?
Simpsons.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. People have
'Cause even,
seen,
like-
people have heard about the Simpsons. Not everybody. I know people that just flat out have never even touched a fucking vinyl.
Yeah, what awful pieces of shit.
What a horrible
If you're listening
fuck.
to this and you've never touched a piece of vinyl, go touch yourself a piece of vinyl and then ship it to one of us. We'll
Yeah.
gladly take it.
I'll take
Anything.
the Fever Ray vinyl.
I'll take the Sugar Ray vinyl. Make sure it's unedited because I want that cash. I need some fucking cash. I need it kind of fast. I need it now. Run away, run away. Shout out
Come,
Mark
my
McGrath.
lady. Come, my lady. Yeah, my
That's not Sugar Ray.
I wish it was.
I wish you wouldn't have made that comparison because now I've lost the last tiny shred of respect.
I don't
had
think
for
I
him.
know any Sugar Ray songs.
You know all the Sugar Ray songs.
Do I?
Yeah, everybody knows all the Sugar Ray songs. I'm like a bird.
Nelly
No,
Furtado?
that's thick ass.
The guy
Nelly
that's married to
Furtado.
Haji Pete's?
Yeah. Did you say the guy?
I did.
Yes, the man Nelly Furtado
Is married to Haji
Pete's. I think I forgot to delete the video, so you
Oh,
probably
you fucking idiot.
probably fucking don't have this. Suck a dick. It's year 2. We can forget to do whatever we
Whatever
want.
we want.
Wear like that. This one got loose, then very tight. I feel like our loosest, craziest episodes always have submissions where we're like, okay,
And
now
then they
let's
get
get
super
very
tight,
specific
yeah.
and like make a
'Cause
lot
this
of
one
solid
was wild
points.
in the
And then
beginning.
we're like, right back off the rails, you stupid bitch. Episode 54. Find us online, idiots.